heart, I really want you to be free. I know how horrible it is to be constantly thinking about food. I know how horrible it is to be overeating, wanting to stop and then keep on stuffing your face. And hopefully you can feel that from the love that I'm giving out in these podcasts and in these shares. I really also believe that we're all connected. So in helping you, I'm helping me. And when you become free, as I know you're going to become free, when you help you, you're then going to be able to help more people. And that we're going to get free. Because emotional eating is an epidemic. It's a killer. It's the biggest cause of obesity. It's the biggest cause of also other eating disorders like bulimia and anorexia, orthorexia. It's the emotional component, using food to act out. And it needs to be addressed. And we can do that one person at a time. So that's the emotional part that we've mentioned. And now I'm just going to talk about how it also affected me mentally and spiritually. Mentally, I was not good at tasks because I was always having this kind of sugar crash, and it's affected my focus at work. Also, the time I focused on food was also draining me. Spiritually, as well, I felt flatter because it's hard to connect to gratitude and love when you feel preoccupied with food, guilt, and frustration at yourself. Now, I know this episode may not be a real high episode, and I do apologise for that in some ways, because obviously I want you to be feeling good. But because I care about you, and I'm going to go so far as saying because I love you, and I really do, love every single one of you that has taken action to listen to this episode, and has taken action to listen to these podcast episodes, because they're not always easy to hear the pain of being in a harmful eating pattern. But I hope that this has given you the motivation to say, today I change. Today I get my freedom. Today I'm going to face and look at the gap in my life, where I want to be and where I am. Once you identify that gap, once you look at that gap, once you explore what it's costing you, we can get there. This step is not about beating yourself up. As you know, and I've talked about in the other episodes, we need to love ourselves more as we go through this. When we mess up, it's like, okay, what can I learn from this? How can I love myself and appreciate and understand why I'm doing this? And that's when we're going to get into the feelings that, as I mentioned in the next episode. So do stay loving to yourself. We always have our reasons for doing things, whether it's emotional traumas that have happened to us in the past, whether it's significant emotional events that triggered us, whether it's a habit we've fallen into, whether it's that fear, anger, not feeling good enough, guilt. These emotions can often get in our way of being happy when we're not actually dealing with them and processing them. So do stay tuned, do subscribe to the show for the next episode in this series. And if you would like some support right now, go to my website under the eating tab at the top. You can get the Healthy Eating Hypnosis, which has a hypnosis and some steps to help you start to change straight away. And then there's also the self-love audio program, which again is a great resource to really get into loving ourselves and freeing ourselves from putting ourselves down, which it's very easy to do I think in today's society. It's very easy for us to compare ourselves with other people, to feel that we are not as good as other people. It's very easy for us to get into that cycle and not break free of it. From my heart to yours, thank you so much for listening, and I truly can't wait for you to join me in the last part where I'm going to be giving support on how to feel the feelings and take a step towards freedom.
Thank you for listening to Emotions and Eating with Nicola Beer. To book your free eating strategy session with Nicola, get the free eating support audio or donate. If you have enjoyed the show and want to help keep the show flowing, visit www.nicolabeer.com, where you can also find out more about her new system that has helped hundreds of men and women to change their relationship with food and their body, so they experience more peace and love in their life. We wish you an amazing love-filled day ahead.